Hello, Cancers, and welcome to Ascending Soul's Journey. We're going to take a look at the month of September, and we're going to see what is coming in for you. A group of you, it may be all of the reading, it may be a portion of it, but this is for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Cancer. And we're looking at general. This is love, career, changes are going to take place. I am here to tell you. As we roll into the end of the year, and you're going to see I'm going to start doing focusing more on energy shifts that are coming through, because a lot of decisions are getting ready to be made. And I feel this is very appropriate right now for this sign of Cancer, whether it is the Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. We're going to take a look at that. We're also going to include some love cards and take a little bit more in depth on love, because this is the season of love, and October is the final month of that. So between June and October, a lot of people have reconnected with old friends, old family, even old romantic partners. All right, let's take a look at whatever it is they want you to know. We're starting off with the Hangman as we come out of the month of August. Let me pull the second card. Probably loud. And for those of you who do not know, I'm staying with a friend of mine in New York, and she has 3 large dogs, and I have Captain, who is he's a golden retriever. He's a large dog also. And boy, they get a little noisy, and a couple of them throw temper tantrums, and my dog's one of them that does that. Looking at life from a different angle, starting to see perceptions of reality are different, not just for you in your life, but maybe the people around you, your family, your friends. And it has everything to do with family, with the Ten of Cups. And this is really what I feel a lot of you are longing for. The Ten of Cups is the abundance. It's having all of this love and joy around family, where you live, and what you have. It's not about being overly filled with things and not love. This is about balance and harmony. So for a lot of you, that's what you're looking for in your personal life, is balance and harmony. You may very well be getting that as you roll into that first week of September. So Ten of Cups, some of you might be looking at your whole family situation from a different angle. It may not even be positive. You're just seeing things, seeing truth, and feeling, some of you, feeling the difference between the two of you. You have a brand new beginning coming in with the Ace of Swords, and that is in that first part of the month. So you're reevaluating what you've learned. The whole situation that you considered your life is getting ready to change with this Ace of Swords. Maybe you were in let's not even do maybe. Let's pull some cards. After all, I am doing intuitive tarot, so we're combining the two. Cancer babies, you guys have had some positive readings for quite some time. I'm so happy to see it, because I felt really bad on a lot of them. They were just so negative for such a long time. And the truth is, it wasn't just you. It was different zodiac signs going through different changes. And part of this journey that we are all in right now, the global awakening, is awakening to truth around us, to this right here. And that's not an easy thing to see, and it is not always an easy thing to accept. So having these cards rolling into that first week is about acceptance. You've been working very, very hard on making changes in your life and creating your own joy and happiness, and well done. I'm hearing well done. So as you roll into that first week, we have the Six of Cups. So this is their soulmate coming through. A lot of you, it's understanding, seeing, even remembering things from childhood that made you feel good. It's like the cockling, the giddiness that comes with it in this particular reading right now today. So if you're excited about starting a new family, about starting a whole new venture, what you consider your abundance in your life, you're very excited about it, and you should be. And they're saying, again, well done. So let's see how this is going to move into the second week. Now, each reading, if you're looking at your moon and rising sign, sun, moon, and rising, they will be different. Whatever I am guided to pull out with the cards I pulled out, it won't be the same pattern, but I will be pulling love in. And there's a reason for that. We have the Six of Swords. This happiness, this joy, you have to move forward. So you're saying, yeah, I'm letting go of anything negative because you do want this beautiful outcome. Some of you are actually going to travel to go see a new partner or to partner up with a business, with a company. For a lot of you, I really feel it's more about family, it's more about romantic love and love of life overall in general than it is a job. But it very well could be if that's where you put all your energy and effort into. This is a beautiful partnership. You're getting ready to move into a new phase within you. You see that beautiful divine feminine, divine masculine inside of you, Cancer babies. This is your moment to see and have telepathic communication. But when you look underneath what has been hidden, that's where you see. We've got moon on both sides. We've got water on both sides. This is two people connecting. It may be at the full moon or even the new moon as we roll into the month and out of the month of September. But for the majority of you, this is going to happen in that second week. It could be the second week, there is a moon phase in the second week. If you guys see that, would you post it in the comments and give it a thumbs up so that other people can see that as well? This is going to be a very positive moon for you. It's around the 9th of September, September 9th. And then we have the card of analyzing. Now, it came out in reverse, so you may have been in a stuck pattern, and that's what you're pushing forward. I don't want to analyze this anymore, or you needed to analyze it and move past it. It's going to go one way or the other, but it is a very positive situation. You know, the Seven of Pentacles is really saying, hey, what have I put into this? What did I invest? Where did all of my time, my energy go to? Because the Five of Swords is a very sabotaging energy, whether it's them or us or a combination, arguing, fighting, and, you know, it could be very, very volatile. And I know a couple zodiac signs had that in their weekly reading. So if you're dealing with a situation like that, you want to pay attention so that you can move forward in your own life. That could even be you sneaking away in the middle of the night. Both cards are representing the nighttime is very important for this particular group of Cancers. We have the Eight of Cups, and that is exactly what we're talking about, walking away from something or someone that may have kept you from getting what you feel is your joy and happiness. It doesn't even mean that they were abusive, but it's like you didn't have your dreams, your aspirations fulfilled, and therefore we're walking away. And the reason I say that is when we get this card, there is love. There is love attached to it, which is why you had to analyze the situation. But you see, this is the detail, and this is what you had to do. You had to walk away from something. So you were working really hard to understand the soul connection, the connections that you had with other people, and remembering what it is that you truly wanted when you were younger, and knowing that things do come back around and opportunities do present themselves again later. It may be a little different than it was originally presented to you maybe 10, 20 years ago, but it is still there for the taking, and it's part of your destiny. You see, this experience is what is moving you into your destiny. I gotta write that down. It's moving you into your destiny, and that's huge. I mean, if I put that on something, that is because it is a big, big deal for that particular zodiac sign. So that in itself, wow, that's huge. Now I'm going to pull an overall message for you guys because we want the positive, most positive outcome no matter what you're dealing with, and that's where these cards come into play. And then I'm going to keep going. This is going to be a longer, more detailed reading. We have the card of pride, okay, and the card of pride, ego. Ego may have been keeping you in a family situation, any situation, again, in your life that you put all your energy and effort into. That pride, how do I walk away from them? And if you're dealing with somebody who uses the victim approach, man, that is a hard one to walk away from because we don't know if they're really a victim or not. And that's when we need to understand how to use our energy. And that's what I talk to you guys about. Now we're going to take a look at LOVE, and then we'll look at the second 2 weeks as we go forward. All right, you guys, this is it. This is the shuffle. So let's see what they want you to know. You have 2 cards. You have the card of codependency. Okay, so codependency, and again, that's what you see, everything I talk about comes from here, and the cards they follow what my messages are. Codependency has everything to do with feeling like a victim. The pride, the ego can be in a positive way, and it can be in a negative way. And I know some are confused at what I just said, and that's okay. You will see it down the road. You will see both sides of what I'm talking about. As we go forward, as we release all the old patterns and all of the old pain that's stuck in our emotional, mental, and our physical bodies, that's when we can start seeing life very, very differently. And that's what I feel is going on for you, Cancers. Like, you're going to get it going on. This is a codependent relationship. I've analyzed it. I love you. But, you know, there is something else I'm going to go for. I want the real relationship this time. I want the person who gives back. Okay, not just take and take and take where you're drained. This is a real relationship getting ready to come in, and the cards are even saying this could be the one. See, I couldn't even read it without my glasses. This could be the one, and that's what you're getting in that boat, and you're going towards this. Now, it may be somebody you already know. It may be somebody very different, but you are moving forward. Now, I am seeing the date of 9/10. September 10th is a very important date. That could be when the moon phase is changing, like I said, and that's, you know, if it's on the 9th, it may actually overlay into the 10th. But we'll look at that at the end of the reading, what 9/10 means for you guys. I don't know what it means, but I'm going to write that number down, that date. We have, as we roll into the 3rd week, we have the 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords is that codependent energy that I'm speaking of. It is this right here, walking away from something. You have something that you already know. You feel it in your gut. You feel it pulsating in your solar plexus. It may be an actual soulmate of what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing. But what I'm seeing is you are being pulled to something that is going to change your life. And it's almost like they're pulling you, they or the experience is giving you the courage to open up those swords. Those swords are so open, we can just walk right out. That girl is just in her mental. She can't see the truth in front of her. So she's on her knees going, help me, help me. But it's not really, she doesn't really need that help. It's right there. She just has to pull the blindfold off or tap into her own energy. We have the 4 of Wands. Now this is about relationships, absolutely the relationship card when you're looking at traditional tarot. So you may have felt stuck in a family dynamic, in the old beliefs of your family. And for a lot of you, this is just a partnership that you felt it just didn't give back to you. It just didn't give back to you. With this codependency card and with these other energies, you have more positive on the board than negative. That means you've gone through some huge strides as you've gone forward in your life, and that's awesome. One more card. Yeah, the 10 of Swords. You see, the 10 of Swords, you have been through a lot. And you may have thought it was your soulmate because you got the 6 of Pentacles that was stuck to the back of that card. So yeah, you thought it was somebody, and it may have been somebody from childhood. And for a lot of you, this is your family dynamic in general. The whole family dynamic, which is what I said in the very beginning. So you might be walking away from all the toxicity. The 10 of Swords is heavy, heavy energy. It is. That is absolute feeling withdrawn, I don't know what to do, almost hopeless and helpless. But you are not. You are not, because this is also about your inner foundation, my darling Cancers. So if you're finding yourself in that second, rolling into the 3rd week, even into the month of October, where you're feeling like you don't know how to fix your inner foundation, who you are, the strength and courage inside of you, you will be reignited through dreams and just memories inside of you. You're going to move forward into a really beautiful place. And that one doesn't even need any more detail. It is very detailed in that third week. Now into the fourth week, we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, it could be an attorney. It can be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But really, this is about you empowering male or female, gentlemen or gentle ladies. This is about you really embracing a very amazing part inside of you. When we attach to the Queen of Swords, which does have something to do with the zodiac sign of Libra, which is all about balance and justice. So this is you restoring justice in your own thought process. And when you restore that justice, you're like, dang, I could have come out of these swords all along. I had no idea. I just thought I couldn't see. Because when we get emotionally wounded, when we become so stuck in that mental what happened, it holds us in a holding pattern. Absolutely holds us still. So let's take a look a little bit further. Some of you are cutting ties with your people around you, while others are cutting ties in their own mind. Let's see what they want you to know. We have the Three of Pentacles right next to it, and hallelujah, we've got the Six of Pentacles in the end of the month. So the Three of Pentacles is having a skill and being very, very good at it. Some of you are going to see that you're going to receive a new contract, and it will be for whatever your specialty is. If you thought you couldn't get a job, this is you persevering and saying, you know what? I remember this, and using the old past, that joy, whatever it was that you loved, putting it into what you do today and creating a brand new something that you're going to present to the world. And this is going to represent you as we move forward into the new beginning in 2022. And yes, it's going to be very, very different as we continue each year to move forward, as we are rebuilding our own lives and the world around us. So this is you saying, yeah, I've had enough, in cutting the ties to anything that has been blocking you from success and overtaking. We have the Six of Pentacles, and some people see this very, very different, and I don't have time to watch other tarot. I wish I did. I wish I did. But I don't, because some of them are absolutely wonderful, and I do miss them, and I look forward to seeing them again. And I only watch one, just one reader. You know, the person that, or the situation that you're walking away from, it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarian individual, but I feel you're walking away from somebody that was a little bit cold and distant, although they may have bounced back and forth and been a little bit of both, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, high vibes, low vibes. Check out the Divine Journey membership, where we talk about that a lot, especially in part 4. This is restoring balance after somebody had kept you or made you believe on some level they were able to pull the rug over you, you know, pull the wool over your eyes, and probably did pull the rug out from under you. The Queen of Swords is saying, I am done with this. I am going to pull in. I am going to pull out. My inner child is coming forward. Cancers, if you have an air sign attached to you, wow, you are going to be a dynamo. And in a positive way. I don't mean like somebody, you know, get out of my way. Not like that. This is you saying, I know who I am, and do not mess with me, because I will not go through another situation where I overgive again. Again, you have a lot of sixes on the board. No, that does not mean demons, not in the spiritual side. There is light on one end of the spectrum, and there is dark on the other. So anyone who deals in the darkness, well, they may tell you something different, because they have their own little set of cards and rules and everything. This is about light. This is about empowerment. And that's what this whole energy and intuitive stuff is really about. So let's just pull a couple more detail cards, and then I'll pull an angel message, and we're going to look at the end what September 10th is all about. For some of you, there it is, this one. You may have been, yeah, you have the Two of Swords here. So whether this person tricked you, again, they have the blindfold on. Whether they made you believe something, convinced you somehow, or you chose not to even look to see the truth around you, it kept you stuck. You didn't know which direction. Do I believe them? Do I not? Do I take it? Do I let it go? It is not easy to walk away from somebody we love and to move and to relocate. But we know we must make a decision, and that's what you've been facing, is having to make a decision. Do you walk away from that career, the person, whatever you're dealing with? And when we get the Two of Swords, we can be sitting there for quite some time. But remember, we ourselves are the ones that hold us. The swords are in our head. It's not in somebody else's. So you can actually move past that Eight of Swords, make the decision to see, and move forward. So you're going to go from being stuck to actual forward, successful forward movement, and that is your overall goal for a lot of you, and whatever the endeavor is in your life. Now I'm going to pull an angel message, and then we'll look at the date. I want to see what is going on with each of you. Some of you are hearing messages. You're actually hearing messages from afar, and it's coming through very, very faint, very, 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 just like that. That's what I heard. Yeah, pay attention to what you're listening to. It may be an angel, it may be a guide, it could be an alien if you believe in aliens, but for a lot of you, that is your own inner voice that is actually guiding you, where you're beginning to come into a place of alignment. And we do that. We have to do that in order to make this big move. This big, bold move is getting ready to come. Now we have the card of Merlina. You are confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do your research and seek advice, like booking a session, and let's see what's going on inside of you to help you move forward. Now we're going to look at whatever it is on the 10th. One more. All right, we got it this time. All right, let's going on the 10th. There it is. Okay, so we got cards popping everywhere. We have the Queen of Swords. This is cutting those ties again. This is saying, yes, I deserve justice. You might even be recognizing there's something going on behind you that didn't feel right. It doesn't have to be your partner cheating on you, although it could be, but those two people are kind of, being a little bit manipulative, and nothing gets past the Queen of Swords. And nothing gets past the Queen of Swords because she has already been through the Ten of Swords, which is already on the board. This is a lot of painful experience, and you're going to take that pain and you're going to transmute it. And the 10th, you may be filing a lawsuit, a divorce, some type of contract, or just that's the day you're going to cut ties with whatever this is that has been holding you back in your life. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You had to work really hard at it. You probably had to work really hard. This is hiring an attorney to come up with the money for the attorney. Whatever it is for you, but for a lot of you, this is what you have been working on. The Three of Wands. Then September 9th. Okay, now this does represent the sign of Libra, and that's right around this season of Libra. So even if it isn't exactly on the 10th, depending on what group you are, it is in the season of Libra. Now, you have been working hard on something. This is something that is brand new. So the 10th is the day you're going to make the change. You're going to say, yep, that's it. You're going to stand up in your true self, my beautiful Cancers. You've got something absolutely beautiful coming in. This is about being in alignment, the perfect alignment. The sun, the moon, the stars, everything around you is going to be in alignment so that you yourself will know the exact moment of when to make this move, which is what you've been trying to manifest for a very long time. So if it's a job, if it's relocating a new home, whatever it is getting ready. Something is going to happen. The contract will be written or severed. You're going to either end or start right there. Have an amazing month of September. Please thumbs up this video to help other Cancers, and much love.